I want to speak about the power of our stories and the extent to which our stories come from a larger context. We are each part of a larger story, and to the extent that we can channel the larger story, it gives us insight and strength that we need in order to be able to face our lives more effectively. So I want to start by reflecting on the story of a very well-known actor who died this past week at the young age of 43. His name is Chadwick Boseman. He was well known playing Thurgood Marshall, Jackie Robinson, and also a fictional African king in a Marvel movie. The name of the king was T'Challa, and it really reflected and channeled a great deal of his own heritage. He gave a commencement speech at Howard University a few years ago, and he told a story that was very powerful about his larger story. He told about how he was asked to play a role on a well-known soap opera, and he was playing the role of someone who, in many respects, manifested some of the stereotypes that are shared and perpetuated about Black people. So this person was somebody who was on drugs, somebody who had a troubled background, somebody who was prone to violence. He did a very good job playing the role, and the producer of the soap opera called him into his office and wanted to let him know how happy they were with his performances. And the producer said to this actor, let me know if there's anything that we can do for you. So the actor, who had been troubled by this role and troubled by the nature of this role and what it represented and what it meant, said, actually, I would like to ask you a few questions. So he asked about his character. Tell me, where is the character's father? The character's father doesn't appear. And so the producer said, oh, he left when the character was very young. And then the actor said, well, tell me more about my mother. Well, she's a drug addict. She's on heroin. And as the conversation progressed, the producer became uncomfortable from the questions that the actor was asking about this character, and said to the actor as he was leaving, we'll be watching you. And several days later, he was actually fired from this role and replaced by somebody else. Now, when Boseman, during the commencement address, was reflecting on what happened, he said that his ancestors, his background, his history, and what he learned at Howard University actually prepared him for that moment, prepared him to ask penetrating questions, prepared him to advocate for himself and to advocate for his wider community. He spoke about his parents, who were very hardworking, who were very loyal parents, and he spoke about how Howard University cultivated a spirit of critical inquiry and also a spirit of advocacy when called for. His story, his larger story, gave him the strength to achieve and to succeed, and also to advocate appropriately for himself and for others. We derive strength from our story. We derive strength from the larger story that comes from our parents and grandparents and ancestors going much further back. It also comes from the institutions that we are part of and that we help to sustain. Way back in our history, Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, our teacher, gave our ancestors an encapsulated history that they could carry with them that would help them to understand in broad strokes what their story was, that would give them the strength necessary when they entered the land. And as we read it earlier, and as Rabbi Schweber reflected on it, and I'll just expand, the story was that our ancestors came from out east, that they went down to Egypt, that they were enslaved, that they were persecuted, that they cried out to God, and that God heard the plea and saw the misery and took us, it's all in the first person plural, took us out of Egypt with a mighty hand this land. And now that we are in the land, we express our gratitude for what we have. And we don't just express gratitude, but we share it. We share it with the Levites, and we share it with the Ger, with the stranger who is in our midst. So this story, this encapsulation, has to do with adversity. It has to do with how we faced adversity. It has to do with how we then express gratitude for having overcome the adversity, gratitude for the blessings that we have, and we share those blessings with other people. It's really a remarkable story. Facing adversity, expressing gratitude, advocating when necessary, and sharing the bounty that comes our way. And so as Rosh Hashanah gets even closer, I want to ask us, to what extent do our loved ones understand that we're part of the story? To what extent do children and grandchildren and nieces and nephews, all of the generations as they unfold, understand that when we speak, we're not just speaking our words, we are channeling the words of those who have experienced adversity, who understand what it means to advocate for themselves and for others, to express gratitude for life's gains, and also to be able to share the bounty of our harvest, metaphorically and literally. To what extent do we all understand that this is a larger story that we can tap into in order to give us courage and in order to give us perspective that we can use in the world? There is an old Israeli song which there's actually a dance to that I remember from decades back, and perhaps you've heard it. And the words go, Pitom kam adam baboker umargish ki hu am umarchil lalechet. Suddenly, a person wakes up and realizes and feels that he, she is an entire nation and starts to move forward. That is incredibly empowering, to have a moment where you realize that it's not just you, but that you have tapping on your shoulder, you have illuminating your path, an entire people. And this people helps to speak through you, and you can help to channel the energy and the legacy of that people. So we experience adversity, and we carry the wisdom and the integrity of our people to help us endure. We see others oppressed, and we carry the wisdom and the integrity of our people to help us to speak out and to act out. We achieve success, and we carry the wisdom and the integrity of our people to realize that we did not achieve the success on our own, and that we have an obligation to share. When Chadwick Boseman faced his producer and asked difficult questions, he wasn't facing them alone. When we face life's adversity, we are not facing it alone. And when we experience life's bounty, we are experiencing it alone. So I want us, as the new year gets closer, to think about the story of our people, the larger story that is our Yerusha, it is our heritage. How do we understand it? How do we teach it? How do we draw upon it to give us wisdom and courage? We carry the story of resilience and gratitude and responsibility. When we open our mouths, we don't just speak our own words, we speak the words of our ancestors. When we act courageously, gratefully, responsibly, we are not just acting alone. I pray that we will find more and more ways to channel our own larger story intelligently and creatively, as we each become more and more a part of that story. Shabbat Shalom.